I'm attorney Martin Nicholson from Law Office of Martin Nicholson, and I'm going to talk today about defending Joker. Now, let's get one thing straight right off the bat. I don't condone crime, but here at the Law Office of Martin Nicholson, we believe every defendant, even fictional supervillains, deserve aggressive legal representation. So what if Gotham's clown prince of crime found himself in an Indianapolis courtroom? How would we mount a defense that could actually work? The answer might surprise you. While the Joker's crimes seem indefensible, real criminal law offers several powerful strategies that could significantly reduce charges or even result in an acquittal. Let's break down exactly how we'd fight for justice, even for the unjust. What charges would the Joker actually face? That's the first question. Now we can go into a whole bunch of them. Before we dive into these defense strategies, let's look at what prosecutors would throw at our hypothetical client, the Joker. We're talking about a laundry list that would make most murder cases look simple. Multiple counts of first-degree murder, aggravated assault and battery, intimidation, terrorism-related charges, weapons violations, arson, property destruction, kidnapping, false imprisonment, chemical weapons charges for infamous Joker gas. The prosecution would be seeking the death penalty most certainly, or definitely life without parole. But that's exactly when you need an aggressive attorney who won't back down from a fight. Okay? So, the nuclear option is the insanity defense. Here's where things get interesting. The Joker's most viable defense isn't claiming he's innocent, it's proving he's legally insane. And contrary to what TV shows suggest, the insanity defense is incredibly difficult to prove successfully. Under Indiana law, a defendant must prove by clear and convincing evidence that they were suffering from a mental disease or defect that prevented them from appreciating the wrongfulness of their conduct. The Joker's documented behavior patterns could actually support this defense. Documented mental illnesses. Multiple comic storylines establish that the Joker suffers from severe psychosis, dissociative identity disorder, and complete detachment from reality. Expert psychiatric testimony would be crucial here. Lack of a rational motive. Unlike other criminals who commit crimes, let's say for money, revenge, or power, the Joker's actions often follow no logical pattern. This chaotic behavior could demonstrate his inability to form rational intent. Delusional thinking. His belief that life is meaningless, chaos, and his obsession with proving this to Batman shows profound delusional thinking that could support an insanity claim. The key is proving these mental health issues existed at the time of each alleged crime and prevented him from understanding essentially right from wrong. Alternative defense strategies that could work even if the insanity defense doesn't fly. We've got other arrows in our quiver. Diminished capacity defense. This strategy doesn't claim complete insanity, but argues that mental illness prevented the defendant, Joker, from forming the specific intent required for first-degree murder. We could potentially get charges reduced from murder to manslaughter, which carries significantly lighter sentences. Constitutional violations. During investigation, given that Joker's high-profile status, law enforcement would be really under immense pressure to get results quickly, right? And this often leads to constitutional violations. Miranda rights violations. If police question him without proper warning, that statement could be suppressed. Illegal search and seizure, evidence obtained without warrants, potentially could be suppressed. Denial of counsel, any statements I said made after requesting a lawyer, those could be considered inadmissible. These violations could get key evidence, key statements thrown out, severely weakening the prosecution's case. Another thing, unreliable witness testimony, right? The Joker's crimes typically occur during chaotic situations with terrified witnesses. Eyewitness testimony is notoriously unreliable. Plus, his face is all covered up, right? Add trauma, add confusion, and witness accounts become even more questionable. We would challenge eyewitness identification under these stressful conditions. Conflicting accounts of events, that could also cause more confusion. Whether witnesses can distinguish reliably between the Joker and potential copycats, coercion and duress. While hard to prove, we might argue that some crimes were committed under duress from other criminals or even Batman's vigilante activities. If the Joker felt threatened or coerced into escalating his behavior, it could mitigate some charges. Now, how would we build this defense for the Joker? First, we don't just throw defenses at the wall and hope something that would stick. It's not how it works. There has to be a strategic approach, which means expert witnesses in this type of case would be everything. We'd assemble a team of the country's leading forensic psychiatrists. They're actually the world's leading psychiatrists, criminal psychologists, and behavior analysts. These experts would then need to evaluate the Joker's mental state, right? Thoroughly review his complete psychological history, testify about how his mental illness affects his decision making. Counter the prosecution's experts will claim he's faking, so we'd have to counter that. We'd have to challenge every piece of evidence. Our aggressive approach means questioning everything. Chain of custody for the physical evidence. Reliability of this forensic analysis. Whether this evidence that they claim they have was properly preserved. If there are any constitutional violations, like I said earlier, during this collection of evidence. And then jury selection is critical. In a case this high profile, jury selection becomes an art form, as it always is. We'd look for jurors who understand mental illness isn't just an excuse, and they haven't been prejudiced by all the media coverage about the Joker. Can they separate emotion from legal standards? Believe in constitutional protections for all defendants, not just the ones they think are innocent. The reality of legal outcomes, now let's be honest about what success looks like in a case like this. Complete acquittal is unlikely for someone like the Joker, but that doesn't mean the defense is pointless. Realistic, positive outcomes include not guilty by reason of insanity, means that sometimes in cases like this, right, they are typically committed to a psychiatric facility. Sometimes it can be like a prison sentence because they're in there for so long. But it acknowledges the role that mental illness played in the crimes. Reduce charges. Even if we can't prove complete insanity, some kind of diminished capacity could reduce first-degree murder or an Indiana murder to like voluntary manslaughter, potentially saving the client, saving the Joker from the death penalty. Sentencing mitigation. Mental illness, even if it doesn't excuse the crime, can be powerful mitigation during sentencing. Instead of the death penalty or life without parole, it might secure life with the possibility of parole, not necessarily life sentence, after receiving psychiatric treatment. Also, after conviction, appeal grounds. A constitutional violation, ineffective assistance of counsel would be grounds for PCR, post-conviction relief years later. Why does this matter? It could be because even for villains, super villains, here's the thing people don't always understand. Constitutional protection exists precisely for unpopular defendants. It's easy to support someone's rights when you think that they're not guilty, they're innocent, and they're sympathetic. The real test of our legal system is whether or not it will protect the right of people society despises. The Joker represents the extreme end of this spectrum, but the same constitutional protections that would apply to him apply to every single defendant. That's why we fight aggressively for even the most unlikable clients, because we're trying to protect everyone's constitutional rights, whether you're innocent or guilty. The bottom line, everyone deserves this aggressive representation. And will representing the Joker be a challenge? Absolutely. Will the public hate us for it? Absolutely. But that's exactly why aggressive criminal defense attorneys exist, to represent people that society hates. Challenging evidence, asserting constitutional rights, presenting mental health defenses, aggressive advocacy are the same ones we use actually for our real clients facing serious charges. Because whether you're a fictional supervillain or someone who made a serious mistake, you deserve an attorney who's going to fight for your right. That's your Nicholson Nugget of the day. Please be sure to like and subscribe.